Hi everyone, I'm Liam and today I talk you about the segregation of blacks in the United States.
First of all, in 1619, there is the first arrival of African slaves in America. That was the beginning of the slavery. Between 1861 and 1865, there is the American Civil War, also named the Secession War. This war opposed the North, directed by the President Abraham Lincoln, and they were for the abolition of the slavery, and the South, directed by Jefferson Davis, they were for the slavery. This war allowed the slavery's abolition. In 1954, the segregated schools were declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court with Brown versus Board of Education. In 1960, there is the first day in a white school of Ruby Bridge, and she was protected by 4 US Marshals. Only one teacher agreed to teach to her, and the parents of the white kids put them off of the school for a few days to express their disagreements. This event marked a turning point in the situation of black people in the United States that permitted, for example, the election of Barack Obama in 2008. Ruby Bridges is a black woman very important in the evolution of the situation of the black men in the United States. She is the precursor of access to the same education for everyone. However, at this moment, there is always the segregation in the United States. It was totally abolished in 1954 when the President Lyndon B. Lincoln signs the Civil Rights Act. Now, thanks to the Civil Rights Act, the black and the white people are equal in the United States. There is the example of Kamala Harris, who was elected vice president in 2021, or the example of Ketanji Brown Jackson, who is the first black Supreme Court justice. Ruby Bridges wasn't the only black who changed the American mind. They were also Martin Luther King and Malcolm X for the best nouns. There were two black men who wanted black people to be considered as human beings, and they were assassinated after a speech for the equality that they gave. For Martin Luther King, that was the day after he gave his "I've been to the mountaintop" speech in Memphis. And for Malcolm X, that was 10 months after he gave his "The Ballot or the Bullet" speech. That's everything for me. Thank you for your attention.